Race number 5 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,700 metres. An interesting race to analyse, and there's a couple here that have forgotten what a W looks like and they really want that win.
Very, very hard race. We'll get straight into the replay and have a look at number 2, Dante's Destiny, winning last start at Northam.
Up fourth with the cutaway in front of him. In behind them, Thin and the red cap, Don't Be a Dill. Happy Reveller switching right back to the fence. In behind them then came on the outside Roman Skylab, called upon by Pike, Playful Girl, and also getting into the clear is Drifting Past. At the 175, Midnight Banquet the leader. Dante's Destiny is trying to haul it in down on the inside, the debutante. Dante's Destiny goes to Midnight Banquet, finishes by far too well.
Strong performance here by Dante's Destiny on that occasion. I think the form lines have actually been quite good from this race for a Northam maiden as well. And the horse that actually beat it in the trial has come out and won since as well. So there is a little bit of form around this gelding by Demerit. Barrier 14, 58.5 kilos, though, is really going to have to take the next step. And I think even just for a 3-year-old as a whole, to race 1,700 metres second up is going to be a bit of a task. So although it was an impressive win, as you saw in the replay, just a couple of question marks going into this race.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also got number 3, Source of Survival. Bar plates come off, and that probably because of the softer ground.
Yeah, big positive with the bar plates coming off, and I really like the form lines around this horse. You take a look and you see 10 starts, 1 victory. This horse is a mile better galloper than that. Go through the form lines behind Tamiki Bro, Jester Jingle, Headlander Boy as well on a Saturday. Last start was only beaten 2 lengths by Senso. So the form lines are good enough to win this race. Barrier 13, a bit of a task, has never placed at Belmont Park before, but I really think Source of Survival can give this race a shake.
Very interested to see, Adam, that you've got number 12, Miyake Mac on top from the Julie Clements yard. Thoughts?
Don't know why. Now, this horse hasn't won for 496 days. It doesn't make you very confident. It's never placed at Belmont Park, but they clearly knew something last start. The money came. It was 31s into 15 on course. Went to a nice forward position and only got beaten by a short head on that occasion. So it was very, very small. The money was almost right. Barrier 3 here. Sean O'Donnell can jump this galloper, the 4-year-old mare by Trade Fair forward, get her into a nice position. The cutaway's there as well. She should be able to just be on the back of the leaders, and I think she can break through for that drought. So I've got her on top, number 12. From number 6, Madame, number 3, Source of Survival, and 1, Buckshot Flyer.
3 on top for me, Adam. Source of Survival from 5, Lone Choice, 1, Buckshot Flyer, and 11, Cosmark Domination.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park. It's also over the 1,700 metres, and one of our stronger races of the day here. A lot of Saturday class gallopers going around. I think the top end of this race is very strong.
It is indeed, Adam, and it's interesting to note throughout the card today there are some really good gallopers that have drawn very wide, but I think with the rain they should all get their chance. One of those is number 4, Discoville, who draws barrier 13 and is a last start winner.
Wider is Katie's Keeper. Medom's back there in the field, having to thread its way through and running on. And then came at the head of the others, Al Maleo. By the 250, No Diggers, Jag'em Up have come together. Quickly joined by Miyake Mac and Al Maleo, with Discoville the deepest of them. Medom's down near the rail with 100 left to go, and Discoville deep out. Al Maleo from Medom. It's Medom on the inside, Discoville the outer. Discoville's got it.
It was quite funny when we did the preview for this race. I said Discoville will find a race to break through at Belmont Park. Much better horse here. Didn't expect it to be so quick in the 1,700 metres, but has now had 4 attempts at the track and distance and won 2 of those. So it was a good performance. It was well deserved. The form lines before that were good enough as well. But this is going to be a test, as you mentioned. Barrier 13, 56.5 kilos. But the positive, if you are a Discoville follower, this horse doesn't mind doing it tough. So if it was 3 wide, I wouldn't be concerned.
Especially over the 1,700 metres. And I definitely remember that mounting yard, because I said I'm not having him. I had him every time before that. I said I can't have him today. Ends up winning. Number 3, the Flirt. Now we know these McFlirt progeny, they absolutely swim. They bring the floaties to the track, and this is no excuse. The record says 2 starts and soft for 1 win and 1 placing. I think this could potentially be the race for this gelding.
You'll just see the flippers coming down the outside. The Flirt will be running on strongly. Barrier 1 probably would have preferred actually to see draw a bit of a wider gate, but the cutaway will be there as well, so should be able to fan just down the middle of the track. But you take a look at the form lines. Star Exhibit, which of course was a winner again on Saturday. Universal Law, which was a favourite on Saturday, and then In This Life, beaten 3 lengths last start as well, working strongly to the line. I think that 1,700 metres is a bonus. The track will be in a bonus as well. There's plenty of speed in the race, so the Flirt can definitely win.
How good was the run of number 1, the Forgotten One, last start behind Chasing Chaos? You know, didn't have too much luck, but made up very good ground from back of the field.
1,400 metres first up, barrier 13. I remember trainer Jason Miller just saying that he had a couple of concerns about that, but as you said, the run was really good, beaten 3 lengths by Chasing Chaos. Again, drawing a tricky barrier here in number 11, but with 56.5 kilos, 1 from 1 at the track in distances, placed second up before as well. I think this is the galloper to beat, has won on a soft track as well, and that is the horse I've got on top, number 1, the Forgotten One. From 9, Paris Dream, 3, the Flirt and a 7 Rare Selection.
Number 3 on top for me, Adam, the Flirt from 5, Daisy Express, 1, the Forgotten One, and 9, Paris Dream.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,200 metres. And again, I thought another really strong race at the top end. Angel Sky we've seen run on Saturdays, as is Bonizara, Bourbon Dynasty, Conceited, Mega Factory, Express Snooper. So again, the top half of this race is very strong.
I actually thought this was quite a good race, Adam. We'll have a look at last start maiden winner. Course is Quick, winning at Northam last start.
At the top of the straight, nearing the 400 though. Over on the inside as they'd come past the 350, it's Albingia, the leader. About a length, Acker Singer, Scandavista down on the inside. Coursy's Quick cruising up to join them now. Shader Blaze getting a run through, and so does Usherette down towards the inside, and a bit of general crowding. Coursy's Quick on the outside, grabbed the lead from Shader Blaze. It's Coursy's Quick and Shader Blaze. Shader Blaze on the inside, Coursy's Quick might have got it narrowly.
Good win then by Coursy's Quick. It was a strong performance. It's taken a couple of starts to break through. The big question mark is now how this horse steps up from that all-age maiden to a 1,200 metre race with those type of horses that I mentioned in the preview there. I think that he's going to fall just short this gelding by Discorsi. No doubt that there's improvement there and there can be another win, but we've got plenty of Saturday form lines in this race. So just a couple of queries, but if he matches up, he can definitely win a couple more.
One thing I did really like about that win is that he really toughed it out at the end there. He was challenged by Shadow Blaze and he got past, so I thought it was a really good performance. Number 3, Bourbon Dynasty. I don't think we can overlook this galloper. Pearl Classic last start on Magic Millions Day at Pinjarra was a super run. Was held up. Probably should have won because I backed it, but definitely should have been a lot closer, I thought.
This mare's got so much class, she just can't get the job done. 18 career starts, 2 victories. One of those was last campaign and she'd been screaming out for so long before that. 7 seconds, just summarising how close she goes. But she does a lot right. As I said, just continues to fall that little bit short. William Pike on board's a positive. 58 kilos, so she's shown that she can carry the weight as well. And with that bit of a freshen up, her last run in February, had the recent trial, I think she can definitely win this race.
Few form lines that scream out with number 8, Express Snooper. Now first up here, but last preparation race behind Impassioned, Man Booker in the WA Guineas, Group 2, and then Who Dat Singer.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, that's probably enough of an intro for the horse, isn't it? It's a Saturday type galloper. It's a very good 3-year-old as well. My question is just the no trial and running over the 1,200 metres probably wants that a little bit further, but with form lines that it can't be dismissed, so certainly a chance in the race. I'm going to tip number 4 though, Conceited here. I remember her running on a soft track and putting in a pretty good performance as well. From number 3, Bourbon Dynasty, 6 Mega Factory and 1 Angel Sky.
Number 8 on top for me, Adam, Express Snooper. Those form lines look too good to ignore. From 6 Mega Factory, 1 Angel Sky and 4 Conceited.
Race number 8, it's over the 1,400 metres at Belmont Park. And again, those Saturday form lines continue. Horses like Fath Noxious, Liberty Rise, Material Man, Ros Martini, Belle Levy, they don't look out of place in any Saturday field.
Some very good horses in this race, Adam. We'll have a look at last start winner of the 3 from 3 undefeated galloper, number 6, Material Man.
Straight 350 left to go, long overdue. Came out after Key to Fame. Warwick's gone back to the inside with the cutaway with the favourite Material Man. A further 2 lengths to Zamie's Lover. Then came Point, who's threading its way through. Dendy further back. Key to Fame, the leader. Material Man pegging it back though with 100 left to go. She gave him a cut with the Persuader. Material Man pricked his ears. He put paid to Key to Fame and Material Man drew.
It's a really good performance by Material Man there. I remember speaking to Justin Warwick before the race. He said the galloper's got to lose soon. I'm just not sure if it'll be today, and he was on the money with that. Conditions didn't suit at all. This is what was impressive. This galloper normally goes back, runs on strongly. It was a leader's day, same type of track as we're expecting for this Wednesday, and Lucy decided to go forward, and the horse still had the turn of foot and was able to run over top of Key to Fame, which is also another good 3-year-old through the ranks. So although this gets a little bit harder going up the 1.5 kilos to the 57, there should be speed in the race if Ros Martini can jump properly, and then Material Man should be the one flashing down the outside late.
He's an interesting galloper, 4-year-old with only 3 starts, and loved his run in the cutaway that last start. We've also got in the race number 1, Fath Noxious. Now another galloper who's probably better than this class, I think.
Yeah, it is, but there has to be a lot of question marks around the galloper as well. It's now been the 322 days since the last win. You take a look at the last 3 runs, beaten 13 lengths, 6 lengths and 5 lengths as well. Didn't get a chance last time, I'm willing to forgive, but the 3 kilos off the back with Sarah Bonner will help. 57.5, does love the soft. That's the big positive here, but I just need to see Fath Noxious return to the type of form lines that we know that she's capable of.
Number 8's an interesting runner, Point from the Adam Durant yard, and the famous Cerise and White. Now, was good first up, I thought, behind Material Man, as awkward away, and second up should be much more suited over 1,400 metres.
Yeah, look, it was a good performance, as you mentioned. Should improve from that first up run. The only question mark for mine, 1.5 kilo swing, 4.5 lengths. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I am expecting a big improvement. Just depends how far back this galloper gets again from barrier 5. Hopefully they can sit a little bit closer, but Point will improve. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to go with number 6, Material Man, though, the one we had in the replay. From 11, Belle Levy, which just flashed home last start. 9, Ros Martini, hopefully she jumps. And 4, Liberty Rise. 6, 11, 9 and 4.
Yep, 6 on top for me too, Adam. Material Man from 1, Fath Noxious. 9, Ros Martini. And 12, Maserati.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card. I'm waiting for the final 2 races. I'm going to tip race 7, number 4, Conceited, and race 8, number 6, Material Man.
Yes, race 6, number 3 for me, The Flirt, and race 8, number 6, Material Man as well.
Hopefully we have found you a couple of winners throughout the program. Make sure you do visit perthracing.com.au for all event information. Some big Saturday races still to come at Belmont Park. And follow us on social media as well, Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter for all your event information. On behalf of both of us, happy punting, and we'll be back again Saturday with another edition of the Box Seat.